I've come down in the ditch mainly for one reason, and that was because the breeze is stiff today, and it's worse, of course, topside up there on the street of commerce, the main street. Down here we'll probably still hear it a little, but I have my back to that wind, and I consider that even if we do get the occasional popping puff, that the sound of the water, even the sound of the highway up above, dipping in once in a while, will probably be a little bit easier on your ears through the microphone than gusting wind. So I had a good long sleep, relatively, by my standards. 7.5, I think, with one jump up. And when I awoke, first thing right off, I already had this feeling. It wasn't of dread exactly, but it was definitely about a sense of mortality. Could be it's the weather. I was just in the co-op and listening to some long-term local ladies talk, and they said this is extremely unusual for it to be this wet. They said normally fall here is glorious. Normally it's dry from August to December until the snow starts. So what we're going through with this extended bizarre monsoon pattern is definitely unusual, according to the local amateur meteorologists. Anyway, in this mood, I decided to watch a movie that was kind of left over on my stack from the night before, because I sensed, correctly as it turned out, that the movie matched my mood and might have something to say to it. And then, fortified with the message of the film, that film, not this one, I sat down and I wrote. I wrote a post called Mountain or Waterfront. The beautiful Ava Gardner, as Moira Davidson, watches the sawfish sail off into the sunset. Or maybe it's the sunrise. In either case, forever. She watches because she's in love with the captain, Gregory Peck, as Commander Dwight Lionel Towers. Or maybe instead of a commander, he's an admiral at this point. The film is a little vague. But in any case, the world that Moira and Dwight know has passed beyond such distinctions. He's a man, she's a woman. And that is all that is left The moment while she's standing on the shore watching happens on the coast of Australia. And it happens in the context of the movie called On the Beach, released in 1959, directed by a man named Stanley Kramer. They don't make them like this anymore. I speak this cliche to you in a spirit of ancient self-awareness. It really is the end of the world as we know it. And I feel all right. It's worth watching. And some part of me believes that it'll be worth watching again for a specific reason, for a specific feeling that it imparts to the viewer all the way through. It's a reminder feeling. I guess the guy upstairs is blowing a little ballast. The world as we know it is gone away or going fast. Whether or not you or I believe that the radiation will take it all from us, or whether it will be another flood, or an overheating, or any other catastrophe we make for ourselves, none of that matters. Even if we dodge all of those bullets somehow, and the pulse of our species were to beat improbably on, each one of us will still face the fact of mortality as individuals. Today is the 17th of October, more than 60 years after the film was made. It is still here for us. We are still here for it, but that will not always be true. Exactly how many more October 17ths do we have? Do you have? Do I have? The answer is going to vary, because some of us are young and healthy, others are old or sick. And anyway, the bombs or the sun, the greenhouse effect may level all of that. There is no way to know. So as a corollary, it doesn't matter if I'm right. It doesn't matter if you're right. It doesn't matter if Jimmy Dore is right, or Marjorie Taylor Greene, or Tulsi Gabbard. The movie even suggests that it doesn't quite matter whether we're with someone to love or on our own to face the night. That the only thing that might matter is doing the work. The work of movie making, or preaching, or driving a fast car, or a slow-hauling pickup, or a submarine, and doing it with grace. It can be enough or more than enough just to discover what our work even is. Although I have little else, I have that much. I'm talking to you now from my own job-free place of work, and I'm trying to tease out from the fragments and the mess each tiny fleck of gold that might not even be there. It doesn't make me better. It doesn't even make me good. It's a matter of each moment, of each skill, developing on its own little timetable. That's what it means to be a belletrist. That, for me, is what it means to be alive. Flecks of gold. This is the only time I've ever seen Fred Astaire in a movie where his performance mattered to me in any meaningful way. He doesn't dance in this one. His character takes his destiny into his own capable hands at the end. There's nothing moral or immoral about it. There's nothing sentimental or noble about it. If for no other reason than bearing witness to that, I recommend that you set aside 2 hours of your life sometime and see for yourself.